Hello and happy April. This post video is going to be all about what is going to happen in April and all the events going on in April. Before we get started, I would just like to quickly say how nice our mini society was. I was so impressed with the amount of effort the students put into their work. I loved all the projects that they made for everybody to take home. I love how some of them dressed up. It was so nice to see the dedication that the students had for the mini society. And because they worked so hard, I think the students understand a lot better our vocabulary words and what it takes to run an economy. So I'm very impressed with our mini society. So the month of April is very busy. As you know, this week we are off. It's spring break. Woohoo! And when we come back on the 11th, things are going to get a little crazy, but that's okay because that's what school's for, to be crazy, right? So we will be starting M-STEP, not us first. Fifth grade goes first, but we will be participating in M-STEP activities for them. So on Monday, we will have a clap day. I don't know if we're going to call it a clap out or clap in, but what we'll do is we will stand in the hall and all fifth grade students will walk through the hall and all other grades will be there clapping and cheering them on and supporting them good luck for M-STEP. So we will be participating in that, and then when they finish in 2 weeks, we'll be also there to clap and give them cheers because we know they worked really hard on M-STEP. M-STEP, for us, will be coming in about 2 to 3 weeks. What we do for M-STEP is, as third grade, we test in math and language and reading, which language and reading are kind of combined, but they're kind of like two separate tests, I guess you could call it. I'm not really sure how to describe it any better than that. So the students have all day to complete their test. Of course, yes, they get lunch breaks, and of course, if they need to use the restroom, they may go ahead and use the restroom. There's a pause button. The students every day will have a chance to have some food, and then we also give them bottled water and candy and snacks and gum. Oh my. So they're really excited about all that. What I would like to do for the students, because I know they're nervous and I want them to feel calm and comfortable and supportive, I want to go ahead and on the day that we start testing, we normally test Tuesday through Thursday, what I want to do is I'm going to send out a number on the Class Dojo that you can text, just kind of like you may see these at stores like Dick's Sporting Goods does it because they text me all the time. If you text the number, it will appear on my classroom screen the text message that you sent. I would like for everybody to send text messages for the class as a whole, but if you want to do one text message for Room 24 as a whole, and then also do one for your child, that's fine. Just make sure if you're doing one for your child or your student that you are writing their name and then your name too. And I said anything that's positive, supportive, right before the test, we'll watch them and they'll just pop up. So if you saw one at 9:02, we'll probably see it at 9:02. So the more messages, the more fun they'll see. And of course, everybody's going to be so excited to see who's sending them messages because I'm not going to tell them. They'll be totally shocked. The other thing I want to do is you may be a Pinterest person like I am, and you may notice they have these cute little Pinterest sayings where they incorporate like candy into the name. I know last year fourth grade did this for us third grade as a whole. They would do candy every day, but the candy would have a note that related to the candy. Like one day we got Smarties, and I think the note said, "We are lucky to have third grade Smarties such as you," or something cute like that. I would like to do that. So I would like to have like maybe a snack for them every day, not just my class, third grade as a whole, and have like a cute little message. So if anybody has any cute little messages or cute ideas using like candy or gum or food, that would be good to use. We would need 90 of those because there are 90 students in third grade as a total. Please be aware, though, that we do have two severe peanut allergies, one in my room, one in Miss Munson's room. And I am going to ask if you do it, it has to be 90. If you only bring enough for the class, I will not do it. So I'm going to put a sign up on here. It has to be 90 items. And if you just want to do one big note, that's fine. Or if you want to make Smarty pants and write them all on the pants, that's fine. Your creativity is totally up to you. But I would like to do that for the students. So if you're interested, I will put a sign up on there. On the 20th, after that, we have a game night coming up. So this is a flyer. It will be coming home this week. It's a game night. It's going to incorporate a lot of math games. This is really important because we know some of our students are struggling with math. We all know math's a hard subject to conquer. And it's just a fun Wednesday evening from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. and their families can come too, and the students, and we'll be there, all the teachers. And your student just needs to fill this out and turn it in to me by April 15th or sooner to reserve your spot. And the first 75 families get games. You can also purchase games, they'll be there for sale as well. And then you also get to play games with us and talk about how it is important for students to incorporate games into their everyday instead of just studying words all the time. Sometimes it's better to play games. So that's coming up on the 20th. We also are going to have a wax museum, which is due June 2nd. We will be sending home a directional sheet about what we want to do. The students are going to select a famous Michigan person who they're going to study, and then they're going to present to all third graders during the day their Michigan person in a wax museum. So they'll have to dress up like that person in some way, shape, or form. They'll make a poster board and a little speech. So that will all be held in the classroom, and that will be really cute as well. On the 25th, we are going to go ahead and go on our field trip. I'm not going to say the name of the field trip. If you've been listening to my videos, you know the name already. But if you have not, you'll have to wait. I don't want to give it away because I know Miss Munson and Mr. Murphy do some cool things with that. So hopefully by next week, I'll just dojo it out where we're going. We do allow chaperones, but we only allow 2 on the bus because of space. I normally do reserve those 2 spots for special needs students, so that way we can have their whoever takes care of them be able to take care of them in case of emergency or something. But if we do get extra space, I do allow the next available parent. Please make sure that you are filling out the permission slip. I cannot take your student on the field trip without it. And if you are interested in chaperoning, please let us know as soon as possible. This is a field trip where it's kind of like a guided tour, so you cannot break off from the big main group. You have to stay with us. There will be other schools there as well. Yes, we'll be eating there. We do ask that since all of our lunches are going to go in the same place, that you be aware of the peanut butter. Please just make sure it's in a sealed bag if your child is planning on bringing peanut butter. And just make sure that all juice bottles and water bottles are labeled because we just throw them in a bin, to be honest with you. So label them. Smart click idea is to tie a string or ribbon around them or paint them or do something creative because there are all 90 lunches in one bin. So do a smart thing, just put some sticky glitter, glue, whatever you want to do. Make sure it's all dry when you put it in the bag because all 90 lunches are together. And if you are deciding to do peanut butter, please make sure it's really contained. Make sure there's no peanut butter anywhere on the bag. So that's what we're doing on April 25th. We will be gone till about 2:30, 1 o'clock. We normally get back. If you are interested in coming, you can carpool or you can drive your own car and meet us there. We'll give you directions. But the student has to go on the bus and they have to come home with us on the bus. You can pick them up afterwards at the office. Please make sure you sign them out at the office. But other than that, it's about April. We will be DIBELS testing. Make sure your students are reading books at their level. I know a lot of students keep saying, well, if I read higher level books, then I'll be able to raise my level. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. When they do that, they actually get frustrated and they hate reading. So it's better for them to read books that are below their level or at their level. Because those higher level books, they're going to confuse them. Think if we gave a student a book about psychology right now, a college textbook, our students are not going to come home every day and say, oh, I can't wait to read that college psychology book. No, they're going to want to read things that are like Hop on Pop, Llama Llama. All those books are going to be great for building up those vocabulary skills and helping with spelling. So make sure your students reading. We have NWEA coming up again. We'll post those dates as well. And then we will also have DIBELS testing, which I talked about, which is the DRA test as well. We also have report cards coming home. Please know that this is the 4th card marking coming up after April. And as 4th card marking, I will not be accepting any late work because in 4th grade, they do not have that option. So we will not do it in 3rd grade because they're technically almost 4th graders this card marking. So no late work will be accepted. I know this time I did take late work and I did give it a 1. This time, no late work for my class will be accepted unless it's an emergency or they're sick, but some students are just turning in work way too late. So please make sure your students turning in their work with their name on it because I have so many no-name papers. So please make sure you always check that before they send home. Please look at the parent portal. It gives you directions of how you access my gradebook. Any questions can be directed to Linda Van Tassel. So that is the month of April. May is just as many events, which I will of course put a screencast out for that. Do not forget our class website now has a chat button where you can live chat with me, kind of like you see those people at like Home Depot or Scholastic where you can chat with them. You can chat with me. So anytime online and it comes up, you can chat with me. If I'm not online, because it always says chat, it'll normally just send it to an email to me. But if I am online, we can instantly talk to each other, kind of like a phone conversation. So this is a new cool thing I just have. I have yet to try it out, so hopefully it works. Fingers crossed. And that's about everything coming up on my end. Oh, we do know too in math that a lot of the concepts are new. Please do not worry. We know that a lot of them are actually things they'll dig deeper into fourth grade. But for right now, we are just giving them some prior knowledge, prior exposure, getting used to it. So that's everything that's coming up. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful April. I do hope that we get some sun. That bright, warm yellow thing. That would be great. And I hope we have a great April. And I cannot wait for May. Although I keep saying March. So if you have any questions, please contact me and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Until then, take care of yourself and the ones that you love. See you really soon. Bye bye.